Hey guys, welcome back to Clubhouse Kids. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what my October classroom looks like. I have a multi-age classroom. I'm going to be sharing with you what our theme is and some of the centers that I have set up for the month of October. Okay, so I'm going to start the video by just sharing what my organization system looks like for all of my lesson plans. So every single day, the kids, and I will share with you with our theme this week is scarecrows, and our monthly theme is fantastic fall. So I always have a monthly theme, like a big umbrella theme, and then every single week has its own weekly theme. So this week we are doing all fun activities around scarecrows. And so this is my lesson plan, like weekly overview. So every single day the kids do 3 task boxes. So these are completed every single day during our teacher table time. So this week they're doing a number match. And then our color of the month is black. And so this is a black identification box that they get to play in, like a whole bunch of toys that are the color of the black. And we're just talking about the color. And then this is a scarecrow match. So that is something that they would complete and do those activities every single day, Monday through Friday. And then our daily tasks are, so this would be, Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So on Monday, we did a little counting book. And then Tuesday, they will do this cute little patches craft. Wednesday, they're going to play in a sensory box. Thursday, we are going to do our color of the month activity, and then Friday they're going to do a craft. Now these are the books that we're reading this month, but I usually read these during circle time. And then we always start our teacher table time with our song. So I just wanted to kind of like share what we do on a daily basis. So this would be the time that when I call them up to our teacher table, which is this table here. So I will sit at this table and call a few of the kids up at a time during our center play. So all the other kids get to choose, what center they want to play in, and then I'll call them up to the table, and that is when we do, these activities. Circle time is when we sit. I'll usually pull the table away and then put all the chairs around here. And then we do our circle time activities together. And that's when we talk about the color of the month, the shape of the month. We sing about the weather, we count, we sing songs, all kinds of fun things going on during circle time. And then I will read our story of the day at this time as well. And then the kids go off to pick a center, and then I start calling them, in groups back to the teacher table. So that's kind of how we, organize our day. So how I organize all my plans is every single month I have a couple banker boxes. So I just grabbed one to share with you, but I usually have about 2 or 3 per month that has all of the supplies and materials and things that I use for that month. And then it also houses all of my weekly lesson plans. So we are going through my year A. So I do have 2 years worth of curriculum because my kids are with me for multiple years. And so this October, we are going through our unit Fantastic Fall. My year B unit is Spooktacular Fun and is more Halloween centered, whereas this one is more fall centered. So this is our binder. So this is October curriculum, and you can see this is the week we are going through scarecrows, and then leaves are falling, acorns, apples and pumpkins, and hedgehogs, because October is a 5-week month. And then the letters that we'll be learning this month is letter L, letter A, and letter O. And then a mini unit that we're doing this month as well is fire safety. And so behind each of these, I have all of my lesson plans. Here's the books. And then here are my lesson plans. So this would be my day 1. So my weekly overview, I have, we did this counting book. And this is the lesson plan that I use when we do this counting book. So this Read a Scarecrow theme book is something we do during circle time. So when I call the kids up, we usually start with, we sing our Scarecrow song, they complete those task boxes, and then together as a group, we made this counting book. And then when they're done, then they go back to playing in a center, and then I call the next group up. And then, the next day, I would do the same thing. They'd be playing in centers. I'd call a group over. We would sing our Scarecrow song, complete our task boxes. And then on this day, they're going to cut up little pieces of paper and glue them onto a Scarecrow printable. I have one right here, so it turns out super cute. So that's how my binder is organized. And then with each of my weekly themes, I have a folder, and then in the folder on this side is all of, this is all put out because this is the week we're doing, but any teacher table printables I'll need, anything I'll need for our task boxes. And then on this side, I print all of the printables and worksheets for the kids and put it on the other side. So at the beginning of every month, I will usually go through and go ahead and print everything and then put all the printables on this side. And then, so this will be next week, leaves are falling. So these are our Play-Doh mats. Here's some size sorting leaves. And then here's all my teacher table printables are back here as well. So on Sunday, I will just usually grab this one, pull out the teacher table, set everything up in the classroom. I like to put the overview thing there, any little things that we have going on. I like to fill in little crafts and stuff there to kind of get the kids excited about what we're doing this week, and then any printables or anything like that. So, so these are all set, ready to go. So this is for Acorn Week, Apples and Pumpkin Week, Hedgehog Week, and then this is our mini Fire Safety Week that we'll be doing next week as well for Fire Safety Week. So here's all of the things for that week. And then I usually just put these in the banker box as well, leave them into a closet, and then at the end of the week, I put back our current folders and grab the next week's out and set everything up. It usually takes me about maybe 10 minutes on a Sunday to kind of prep each week. At the beginning of every month, it takes a little bit longer because I'm prepping all the weeks and setting up all the classrooms and my centers and stuff. And then here are our letter weeks. So this month we're going to do A for apple, L for leaf, and then this week we are doing O for owl. So I actually have that over on my literacy center. So I'll share that when I show you guys my literacy center. So I just really wanted to quickly show you just how I set up and organize all my boxes. And then I store all my banker boxes in my attic. And then I also have a closet down on my classroom level that I just store my monthly, like my current month stuff in. So like the October one will go in that closet, but all the other months are stored up in the attic. At the end of the month, I carry everything up and carry all the new stuff down. So this is our circle time area here. So we have our calendar. I like to display, our color of the month. You can see that our shape of the month is, we're learning about oval. We do word of the day. We do weather, everything that I need to use to kind of welcome all the kids to our day. And then also we do a PM circle before they go home. So everything is always displayed up here on our circle time board. And then this is our library center. So I use these books to read to the kids, and then they also can choose this center during our center play they can read books, and then they can also play with the little toys underneath here. So this month I have a little squirrel house and some acorns, and then over on this side is a hedgehog with some little sensory hedgehogs. And then these materials over here and in these drawers is usually my stuff, so the kids don't usually get into there. but there's really nothing in there that's, you know, even if they do, I just remind them like, oh, that's Miss Hollie's stuff. So they don't usually get into these buckets or these drawers unless we are doing, you know, our teacher table time. That's where I like to store all of those materials, but they can play with anything that I put up here on this shelf as well while they're in library center. And then another center we have is our block center. I also switch this out monthly. Each one of the months I also store into a banker box all the materials that I need for block center. Some of the toys, you know, are only pertaining to, you know, that particular month, and some of the toys are rotated. So obviously like our little pumpkin jack, pumpkin head, he only comes out in October. Also along with this little people Fisher Price house, but then I have a little bowl of other Fisher Price people so they can pretend like they have a lot of trick-or-treaters. This one only comes out in October, and then my little monsters only come out in October. But then this little firehouse, this one comes out in October for fire safety week, but then I also bring it out during our transportation week that we do every other March. So that would be a rotating one. And then our block center also has 3 drawers here. And this one, I have shared this in another video. This is always like the kids' favorite toy for October. It is just plastic cups with ghost faces on them. You know, if they get stepped on or whatever, I just replace them. And they like to build towers with all of these cups. So that's in this drawer. And then in this drawer, I just have these little monsters, and they just make little sounds, and they can turn, and you push buttons and things like that. So they just like to play with those. And then in this one, I have our magnet, which, these are so cool. So these you can build all kinds of towers, and it all sticks together. So those are the options in our block center. For dramatic play this month, we are doing baking pies. So they have baking apple pies. Here they have a bunch of ingredients to use, some eggs. This is the whipped cream, and then just some, you know, little random containers. Right now I'm using these apples in my math center, but once we're done with that, I'm going to move the apples over to here and fill these buckets with the different colored apples. And I have a little mixing bowl down there. This table is where they can, you know, slice the apples and make the pies. And then here I have just another pie, some pie pans, a mixer, some plates and silverware, a bunch of utensils, and then a couple of buckets. So that is what we're doing in dramatic play. And then here's our math center. So these are the apples that once we're done with this center, I'm going to move them over to our apple baking. But they are right now, the kids are using them to either sort by colors or size in math center. So I have some math books. We are learning about number 5 this week. And so when we have our math lesson tomorrow, we'll be adding our number 5 to our apple tree. And then next week we'll be reviewing numbers 1 through 5, and then we'll be moving on to our unit 2, which is shapes and sorting. In our math tubs this week, we have our counting popsicles, our popcorn counting. This is a roll the dice and then add the correct number of spiders onto the web. And then this one is our number clip cards. So those are the activities that they can choose. And then here's a literacy center for the week. So we are learning about letter O, and the theme for letter O is owl. And so I have our letter O flashcards, and some other things that start with O. And then I have some owl stackers. So these you can make, you know, you can have the owls, you know, stack on top of each other and make really cool designs and try to get them all stacked up. They're having fun with that. And And then over here, I just have a bunch of books about owls, and then we get letter O. Back here is just my letter O folder for myself. We have our little Who family here. And then just some items that start with letter O. I pulled a couple puzzle pieces, and then some of the things that they can do in this center is they take the little owl erasers and cover up the letter O. They can use the drawing pad to practice writing letter O. Down here, they can use a Play-Doh to make a letter O. And then I have just an alphabet toy out in our 4th bin. So these are just the acorns. So the top has the lowercase letter and the bottom has the uppercase letter, and then they match this together. They also have little items. I think like the eye has a little ice cream that you can put in there as well. But with my kids, they are only 3, and so we only use tops and bottoms. I don't usually pull out the items until we are more working on sounds. So this year, my goal with our literacy center is just identifying our letters, and we will be working more with sounds next year when they are 4. Here's our literacy bulletin board for the month. Whenever my students' parents read to them, they get to write the title of that book on the little book card, and they bring it back, and then they get to put it up onto our literacy bulletin board. And then at the end of the month, it's really fun to see how many books were read to the kids. And then the last thing I want to share with you is our table toys. So our table toys is I bring these out in the morning, and then I also will bring them out sometimes during pickup if we can't go outside and play, to give the kids something else to do. So we have our fine motor hedgehog, and then this one is our acorn soup. So I just place these onto our table here, and as the kids are arriving, they can choose which one they want to look at and explore. Our third one is these Halloween puzzles. So we have a ghost and a pumpkin and a bat and a spider. And the last one is nuts and bolts. And then over here is just more storage for myself. So I like to keep our weather posters here, and then all of our songs for the month. So these are just full of all of our circle time songs. So it's by month, and each month has 2 depending on if we're doing year A or year B. So that's something else I'll grab at the beginning of the month. I'll grab our circle time songs for the month, and then this one is my lesson plan book. And I have a video where I go over how I write out my lesson plans every single month. I will put that up here if you guys are interested in going back and seeing how I map out my entire month. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you have an awesome October with your little learners, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.